Alright, Happy New Year everybody. We're in January 2020. This is going to be a big year for me breeding because hopefully this year I'll prove out my already proven out het blue and also should be het albino. So I just raised my female albino up large enough. She had eggs last year unexpectedly, but I didn't pair her up. And so this year I paired her up with my het albino, who ended up being het blue as well, but I haven't had a chance to prove out the het albino yet. So this is going to be a big year for me. In the process, I have to do a lot of fixing cages and whatnot. And I had a spot I wanted to show y'all real quick before I went into the blue jeans and show y'all some of my animals that are from last year, from this year, and then to what I'm breeding this year. Just kind of dealing with the blue gene and my snow project. But let me show you what happens. You know, iguanas, they excrete out their nose, they sneeze out extra minerals and stuff from, let me switch this, can't switch it up. So if you could see back in that corner where that block of wood is, the minerals have rusted out the chicken wire. I know the light's bright in the background. Oh, let me see. And so, okay, so iguanas are excreting or sneezing out all the extra minerals and stuff that they don't need. And when they do that, it gets on the metal. And then the metal is very corrosive, and now I have a hole in my chicken wire. And so what I'll end up doing is just getting rid of the chicken wire, because I am slowly getting rid of all chicken wire. Chicken wire, bad, unless you got that big coated stuff. I don't like chicken wire, and I've said it before. I'm changing all out for different wires, but I'll be putting in basically just wood paneling like this on this particular cage. So I'm trying to make this an introduction to the video. I'm probably not doing the greatest, but hang tight. I'll make this repair and I'll bring out some animals so we can look at it. All right. Alright, so now I got the cage moved. Let's see if you guys can see the hole. You can see right in there. So that's what happens when you got a lot of minerals corroding the chicken wire. So that's no fun. And there you go. Solid wall. This stuff holds up pretty well to the moisture. Spray them. It doesn't rot, buckle. As long as you don't keep it too wet. As long as there's plenty of drainage. Come on, but it can get wet, and then luckily it's so warm in here and hot, it dries fairly quickly. So with that being said, that was a quick little patch I did on the cage on this Saturday afternoon. And let's get to looking at some animals. Alright, so the main purpose of this video is to go back to the very beginning of the snow project that I started 4 years ago. And I started off with a het albino, Colombian het albino male. Right, let's go ahead and take a look at him real quick. Alright, so we all know this was Casanova. I got him and he was about 4 years old already. And then it was sold to me as a het albino male. The confusion was they thought for like the first 3 years of his life that he was a female, part of a trio. And that's of course the juveniles. Anyway, here's Casanova. He's about 6 years old now. And we'll show you his pair mate, the female I bred with him 3 years ago. All right, so here we are with Big Red, and let's get Big Red out if she's willing. She's a lot edgy right now. I believe she's gravid, but they're not fertile. But she doesn't want to be messed with a whole lot right now. So let's see if we can get her out and take a nice look at her. So this is Big Red. This is going to be the mother to the ones that I show y'all in just a minute after her. Just normal red, but she turned red all over. And she's put out some real nice eggs, clutches the last couple of years. Let's go put her up. She's covered in dirt from digging. Alright, so here are the offspring from the two that I just showed you. And let's get some of them out. I have two trios set up, two females with one male in each one of these cages. So this is a female red that came out of clutch, half a red, half a green. But now they're 50% het albino. And come to find out, with Casanova in the later clutch, he proved out to be het for blue. So that's proven out. So now we have 50% het blue, 50% het albino, and a red. This is one of the females. These got pretty big. They're 19, 20 months. This was the Father's Day clutch. So. this is green female. Now the mother was a red, the father is Casanova. But it's almost crossing two localities because the red's from somewhere else other than, but this is partly Colombian if you look at the dark. But this is a female. She's gotten pretty big. Like I said, 19, 20 months, I believe so. The males actually end up being smaller because they stopped eating about 2 months ago. And they didn't completely stop eating, but he really stopped. He just picks at stuff right now because it is peak breed. Like this is the top point. These guys are pretty nervous. Usually they're a little bit more tamer than this with me. But female. Also, so instead of being red, I'm gonna crawl one. Instead of being red het 50%, both those I said earlier, it's just a green 50% het albino, 50% het blue. And so the chances of anything are low, but that's why I have several pair or trio, 2 trios in a pair. Now here's the male. He's the one that jumped earlier when I had Casanova out, scared the crap out of him. See how mean he is? That's not unhealthy, there's nothing wrong with him. He's just decided that he's, it's that time. And he should be big enough. These guys should breed this year. Though I do have a couple, I do believe that they're gravid. But this is the male of that trio. Say hello. He's a little dark right now. It scared the crap out of him when Casanova came out of the cage, and he dove for it. Cause everybody's a little on edge around here, man. It gets kind of rowdy. I gotta hush him up. So that's that generation. So started with the het albino with a red because those were the first ones I had mature size to breed. And that's so this will be my first year for them to breed. If they do, one's a little small. I have another set, but they're too small. Age has to do with it, but size has to do with it as well. So, and also I have Casanova paired with I'll just get her out. A visual Colombian albino. Remember this one? I think my daughter named this one Jelly Bean. Don't know why. But, she's gotta watch that camera. Alright, hold on. I have a iguana in one hand and an iPhone trying to fall in the other. Alright, back to the super iguana. Dun, dun, dun. Now she laid eggs last year at 9 inches from nose to vent. Kind of surprised me. I wasn't expecting that. So this year I have a pair with Casanova, and there are signs of breeding. I haven't caught them locked up, but they do a lot of it in the evening time, especially once the lights go out. There's a lot of activity in this room. But she's big enough, I believe she's gravid actually now. And she's trying to reach out for something. If she is blind, she's still blind. She's starting to, she'll see shadows and she'll look in your direction. But breeding season is almost over, and I can get these two separated because it's starting, the bite marks. Little battle wounds. Breeding, it ain't easy. But I hate to see them hurt and scarred up, but it's just kind of part of it. Anyway, that's why it's so exciting. That's what I wanted to say. I haven't proven him out to be. So this clutch from her with a lock, hopefully will prove that he's not only het for blue, but also het for albino. And he's 6 years old. So he's like one of the original part of someone's program from a long time ago. And so that's funny. You never know what you're going to get when you get iguanas, especially secondhand. People have had them because he's been captive bred for several years. And just no telling, may have gone as far back as the original one, part of one of the original 6. He's probably even 7 now. So, but I'm trying to think when Crutchfield did his, said he did his, I don't know, I wasn't there. But anyway guys, thanks to all you new subscribers. If you appreciate what I do, go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. I have a bunch of random stuff. This one was just focusing on generations of my snow project. I know it's weird. This didn't intend to be a snow project with the reds. I was actually breeding for a red albino, but come to find out him being also het for blue has now turned into a het project. So with 5 females, a slight 50% chance of one being any one of those, and then even less chance of being both, and then them pairing up, and then both male and female both have to be het for both, and then 1/16 chance to get a snow. That is a high dollar bet right there. High risk, but high dollar. So who knows? Could I have a whole nother batch of blues who should be 50% het albino, but that's another video. But I'm just kind of excited because I'll prove out, or not excited. You never can tell with these hets. I trusted the person. I do trust the person. I still trust the person. I haven't seen it, so this will be an exciting year. So this clutch that comes from this young lady right here will prove it out. Will prove if Casanova is indeed 100% het blue and Colombian albino. So, all right. Well, like I said, guys, thanks. Leave comments down there. Give me something to go on, ideas for another video, or anything like that. But Happy New Year to everybody. I'm out.